Have you ever traveled through time? We do it every day.
Asgardia is a country with a population of more than 1 million people from more than 200 countries on Earth. Asgardia gives everyone equal opportunities, no matter what their earthly status is.
It is possible to create and live in the future right now. Are you ready? Forward progress is the solution to the entire human race. Our mission is to bridge new horizons. In Asgardia, there is no limit to the universal development in the fields of technology, finance, and arts. Asgardia is a new space and digital economy which creates opportunities for the global economy. We deliver innovations. Do you want to get on board with us? We are developing various kinds of digital businesses, attracting them to the Asgardia platform that can be backed by the means of our umbrella, i.e. franchising of the Asgardia brand. We can not only attract investments into space programs from prominent institutional investors, but also affordable amounts from the citizens of Asgardia. We comprise of more than 1 million people.
Asgardia is a chance to realize one's dream. This is a dream-driven space nation. Asgardia is a chance to belong to a community of free-thinking enthusiasts, goal-driven dreamers, and fearless innovators, theorists, and scientists.
We are the first space nation. One humanity, one unity.
Asgardia.
We are creating
The future.
Yeah,
I don't have that experience yet.
Yeah. And that yesterday they were all at our home, including their families, so our kids and a few other people. So there were like 20 people or so in our house yesterday, and then 5 dogs and lots of noise. Yeah.
Well, the news today is beautiful. Yes, Ricky. Sorry.
I got 7 grandkids and 6 great.
Okay.
Wow.
Great grandkids even. Oh gosh. So you're a bit farther than I am.
The machine says, confirm your language that you spoke. Oh my God, I'm spoke English here, but it's not my language.
Are we on Asgardia television yet?
Yes, I know the news today. I love it.
What
the
was on the news?
Declaration of Unity. I like it so much. I share it. Russian.
Declaration of Independence.
Yes.
Yes.
Was that already published? I mean, are we live? I don't know whether it's okay to broadcast that yet. I'm not sure.
If you've seen it, the world's seen it.
Ah, there he is.
Yeah, wait a minute. I'm just putting my tie on again. It's incredibly hot here.
I'll be casual.
No, I'm not going to be. I just don't feel comfortable. I'm not having a jacket on, but I will have my tie.
All right.
Very rarely. I shocked Corner, I think, or Rhea the other day when I didn't have a tie. I do believe we're live.
As a British gentleman.
Hello, people.
Hello.
It's not a great combination, I know, but it's very hot. It's about 40 Celsius here in Corfu. So apologies, I'm not wearing a jacket.
You're still in Corfu, and well, I'm not really wearing anything official, to be honest. I'm on holiday, and it's very warm here as well. So I'm sort of a Hawaii shirt or so. It's not really appropriate. Yeah, I understand.
Yes, but I have responsibility. You're just a spy.
Yeah.
Hang on, I've just got something coming up. Right, I do believe. Let me just check. Yeah. Hang on a sec. Yep, we are live.
We are alive.
Thanks, yeah. Rebecca. Yeah. Right. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weekly question and answer session with me, Len Bitto, Chair of Parliament of Asgardia, the world's first space nation. This is an informal session, which means it's not got statutory authority to pass votes and legislation, but we meet every week because it helps with momentum, focus, feedback for me so that I can do my job better, and also as a shop window to you, the world, for what we Asgardians are doing. Just to explain, Asgardia is the world's first fully functioning digital democracy, which means that most of our work is done online, but it's done in a superbly democratic and transparent way. Also, as a nation, we aspire to recognition from the United Nations. And for that reason, we have a very big announcement, which I'll come to in a minute. I have 5 items for the agenda. The first one is the Unilateral Declaration of Independence. The second item will be a report on other aspects of the Corfu Summit. The third item will be an update on the physical sitting. The fourth item will be a brief update on legislation. And the final item will be a general run-through of what we can expect to happen in the next couple of months. First of all, then, let me begin with the very big news, the Declaration of Independence. This is a very big moment for Asgardia's history, because the Supreme Space Council, which met physically and in person here on Corfu, signed together a statement, which is now available to all of you, that we are seeking partners and recognition from other states, the 193 states of the United Nations. The document is available to everyone, and I would ask all of you to share the linked declaration and send to the media. Why? Because we're now reaching out to terrestrial nations with friendship and peace in mind to fulfill our vision as the test case for how human beings can operate in peace for all humankind in space, and all lifekind in space. That document was discussed in a special meeting. We had more than one meeting. We had 2 meetings of the Supreme Space Council, and the second meeting was dedicated to this item. So in answer to what the question was, I think from Jakob, in response to what Ariadne said, yes, and you are allowed to share it. More than that, I ask you to actually share it. Go out there and share the document. I will go into more detail on that next week. You can read it now, and please do read it. I won't spend too much time on it now because I want to go through the other things, and I'm still here in Corfu, so I don't want to spend too much time doing something which we can do in more detail next week when I return to the UK. This declaration is our statement of intent to the world's nations. And when we get recognition from the first, the second, the third United Nations recognized nation, that takes us more closely to our goal of having United Nations recognition from the whole of the UN. All of us have a responsibility here. I ask everybody in this meeting to send this declaration to the media. We're doing this also, but send it to your local media, national media, any media that you have contacts with, and see what happens. The worst that can happen is they won't do anything. The best that can happen is that they broadcast it or they report it. And it's less important what they say about it, and more important that they talk about it. It's a very, very big thing. It would also be helpful if you commented and shared on the official social media posts for the announcement to help it reach more and more people. There we are. Very helpfully, that declaration has been shared by, I think, Ariadne, yes. You can see it there. Those signatures are all by hand, by the head of nation, me as your chair of parliament, Lena de Winner as Prime Minister, Yunza Azau, Supreme Justice, and Dimitri Dorin Prunario as head of administration. Those are the 5 members of the Supreme Space Council. I think you'll find it very interesting. A lot of work has gone into this, and it will be communicated. Thank you, Ariadne. That was very helpful. It will be communicated to the world's nations. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're on the way. We don't know quite where this will lead, of course, but we'll find out. And this is, as I spoke with the head of nation last night, he's quite clear about it, the next phase in our revolution. So, of all the things we've done at the Corfu Summit, that's the most important. Next, let me briefly summarize other work which has taken place. This is not every single thing, but as well as the Space Council meeting, I've provided the head of nation with the Foreign Affairs Act for his consideration, and the Copyright Act, the Contract Act as well. And I'm sending the Russian translated versions of Youth and Education Act, and the Consumer Protection, the Consumer Protection Act. I think I've actually given that to him already. So he'll have all of those in the next 24 hours. We had a very useful conversation. I also can tell you that we're likely to have our next digital parliament session, Friday 27th, Saturday 28th, and Sunday the 29th of September. That's the provisional date, but I'll send you information just to confirm that once I get back tomorrow. We talked about residency numbers and the importance of building that, those conversations we've had before, and also the importance of continental representatives. And I had some very specific conversations about 1 or 2 individuals here or there. I discussed the embassy in Istanbul, and myself and Ferda will need to send a costed proposal to the head of nation. He knows the importance of Turkey very, very high up in the list of important countries, and that was a really constructive conversation. Events are coming up, and I'll talk about that later. I didn't go into detail about the pass system because it was obvious that we didn't need to talk with him about it. It's an operational matter that we can decide on ourselves. The Above Space Initiative is now going in Russian to the head of nation for his consideration. Also, the Global Network of Offices project proposed by Ria Dell. And then there were some specific points from Ricky Sickles as well. I didn't talk about the Equity and Resources proposal for a digital embassy, only because it just didn't really, we were doing so many other big things that we didn't discuss that, but I'm sure that the Prime Minister will be having separate conversations about that on behalf of Jennifer Gligerich. So I hope I have fulfilled my promise to raise your issues, but I have more work to do this weekend in order to follow up based on the conversations I had with the head of nation with those proposals. But thank you everyone who's helped me with this. We also talked a lot about Room, by the way, Clive. That was very, very good conversation. Everyone agrees it's a tremendous publication. So that's the overview there. Third of 5 points, physical sitting. I've been talking with the head of nation. As you know, I would like to have a physical sitting at the end of November this year. We were talking about budgets, and I now have to make a costed proposal to him. So we are, yes, in negotiation. It's not confirmed we will have a physical sitting. I guess it would probably be in Istanbul if we do, but I need to have a good conversation with Ferda. I may have to even go to see her for a couple of days to just really get that clarification. That's very important to us. I hope to have good news on that. It is good news because the head of nation said, give me a written proposal. And that's what I'll do. And I'll do that in the next 10 days. The fourth thing was on my agenda. The fourth thing was just to be clear that we have the digital sitting at the end. I've slightly covered it actually. Digital sitting at the end of September, and hopefully the physical sitting at the end of November. And for those who have invested in the LifeShip project led by Cheryl Gallagher, you might meet at Cape Canaveral when that's launched. We don't know when it is, end of this year or next year, but that's another event which will be coming up. I would ask you, if you know something which we should know about, please tell us. If I can make it to your event, I will come as well. It's very important to me. I can't promise always to be there, but I will be there if I can. And that just leads me to my last item, and that's just a request, really. It's slightly different to what I said previously because I've actually covered the original fifth point. If you can see opportunities which are relevant to the head of nation, I've agreed that I will submit those projects in writing. I don't have to be in Corfu to do that. So if you have projects like Corner's project, Olivier's project, I really want to put that in front of him as well. We ran out of time this year. We made it thought that we had enough time, but we ran out of time. So I'd simply say to Corner, who hopefully will watch the recording of this question and answer, let's work up that proposal and I'll send it to head of nation. Overall, really productive meeting. It's been very hot here, but the white heat of progress is evident in what we're doing in Asgardia. So thank you, everybody. I'm traveling back tomorrow. It has been a very intense few days, but credit to the head of nation who's keeping his promise to spend more time on Asgardia, and credit to all of you involved in this. We're on the way. And that declaration of independence is right at the heart of what we're doing, and should unlock the key to thousands of residents joining us as they see the seriousness with which we're taking this initiative. Okay, thanks. Questions and comments to yourselves. Ricky, do you want to just do a quick summary from the Chair of Parliament, the Chair's meeting, Chair of Committees? Peter couldn't make it today, so Ricky kindly chaired it.
Yeah, basically, there wasn't a whole lot, just pretty much the points that you went over. That was really just about it. You know, the points you went over, Declaration of Independence, and not much else other than that, to be quite honest.
That works for me. The Declaration of Independence is absolutely central. It's so important. And I look forward to seeing how it's received, how it's viewed by the good people of the world. Okay, questions and comments. Anything you'd like to ask now? There will be a written summary, by the way, of, I haven't checked if it's gone out yet because I've been so busy here. There will be a written summary of the Supreme Space Council, which will be going out shortly. Ariadne, hi.
Thank you very much. Well, the Declaration of Independence of Asgardia is a wonderful news. And I think it's also a great responsibility for all the people that talking and sharing ideas for Asgardia and working for Asgardia. That's wonderful. I like it so much. And the other thing is, please don't forget, Chairman Lembit, if you can fly with the sunlight, take a shot in the airplane for all of us, please. Because we are people from the orbit and we need that expectation to see the Earth above. That's the reason because I request that photograph. Thank you very much.
I have to say that I've seen some great photographs, but I can't afford to go to space myself at the moment, I'm afraid. But okay. We have some great. The best photographs from this year came from the total eclipse, and Sarah Evie Clark and her team have some absolutely superb photographs. I haven't actually done enough with them yet, so apologies for that. I just haven't done enough with them. But those were the best photographs, and she wrote a very good report, very good summary for Room magazine about our activities as well. I talked a lot about the Dallas event with Head of Nation as well, and it's very encouraging for us to do things that raise profile and get resonance. Separately, I'll give Sarah a call. It won't be today, it'll be when I get back, it'll be tomorrow. I won't be able to call people today, I'm afraid. But I'll call John Vine and Sarah when I get back, probably on Saturday, because I'm pretty busy till 2 p.m. on Saturday now. No, thanks. Yeah, I'll get the best photographs I can for you, Ariadne, and maybe from an airplane. I've got some great photographs from an airplane actually, but not quite a size you might want. Other comments? Oh, big thank you to my team, by the way. Linda and Aliona have been really helpful with getting translation done and a lot of work done. There's still some work to do on that, but it's been really helpful, really grateful for all the assistance that's been given. Anybody else have anything? Okay, I'm going to summarize. Raise your hand if you want to add anything else. I'm not trying to make the meeting short, but I'm still in Corfu and I want to make the most of the time here. Ada's asked me a question. Yes. Hang on. Yes, Ada. Let me communicate with you tomorrow because I've just got to do other things here this evening. But tomorrow I can communicate with you about that. I'll try and do that before I get on the plane. After I get to the airport, I'll try and do that for you. Thanks for the question. I'm only going to summarize one single item tonight for any other business. The Declaration of Independence is our duty to share. It will go out to a potential audience of 3,000 to 4,000 million people through the outlets we have. But if you can please send it to your people, your news press, even if you have never done this before, this is the most important document that has been issued in this Parliament, because it's a shift from our internal focus to our external focus. And it's our opportunity now to invite other countries who share our ambition to support us at no cost to them. No cost to them. And by doing so, we help other people become inspired by the thing that inspires us to meet, us to work, and us to reach for the stars. The sky has been almost cloudless all the time I've been here. And 3 nights ago, I looked up to see if I could see the Perseid meteor shower. I didn't see very much, but I did see the Milky Way. And I thought, what treasures lie out there? What new friends, I hope, we can make. And what a legacy we'll create if we, Asgardia, define the way that human society will work beyond Earth. Please, if you do nothing else tonight, send that Declaration of Independence to just any two outlets, any two, even your local paper, your regional paper, a national paper, a local TV station, just to two. Please do that. And then collectively, we can share the good news that Asgardia is declaring its independence, not just in the world, but for the future. That's everything I had. No one's raised their hand. As I say, I've got some other things I need to do before I leave here. I can give you a more detailed summary, and tomorrow I'll be calling John and Sarah and others, and also I'll respond to you, Ada. I'll try and do it all tomorrow from the airport so that we can get going in that conversation. I've spoken to Tom already briefly, but I'd like to speak a bit longer. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Rebecca. We can stop the feed now. And when we get to, we were at 20.